Hello everybody, this is Solartiger with another review video, and today I have bought a new battery charger. It is the Uniross Ultimate Charger, model number UCQ001, and I bought this from eBay, and they're available for between £20 and £30, and it has several functions. Now, if I show you this and focus on it, okay, it has 4 modes. It has a normal battery charging mode with adjustable current, so you can charge your batteries at 200 milliamps, 500 milliamps, 700 milliamps, or 1000 milliamps, depending on the capacity of your batteries and how fast you need them to be charged. Obviously, the higher current that you use, the quicker your batteries charge up, but that also wears your batteries out quicker. So if you've got plenty of time, then using a lower current is beneficial to your batteries. But if you need some charged up in a hurry, then you can occasionally use a higher current. So this is a useful feature to have. Also, it has a discharging mode, which is mainly used for NiCad cells because they suffer from the memory effect. If you don't discharge them first, then you can have issues with the memory effect. Okay, it also has a refresh mode, so if you've had your batteries in storage for a long time, then you can use this function to freshen them up by charging and discharging them a couple of times so they regain their capacity. And it also has a test mode which you can use to check the capacity of your battery. Now I'm going to use this in my other videos because I want to test several brands of battery to see how well the actual capacity of the battery matches the value that is printed on it. And I'm especially interested to know whether the cheaper Chinese brands are any good when compared to the well-known brands like Energizer and Duracell and Uniross and a few other brands that you've actually heard of. So this charger has 4 functions. On this side you can see that it actually works on 12 volts, which is very good. It comes with a mains adapter that outputs 12 volts at just a bit over 1 amp, but I figured out that I could easily power this from my solar power system by using an appropriate DC cord. So the charger has 4 outputs, and it is designed to charge AA and AAA batteries. There are 4 charging currents, as I told you a moment ago, and this charger has a handy USB output, 5 volts at 1 amp. So you can charge USB devices from this charger, which is convenient. You can charge your phone or MP3 player or any other USB device. I will say that this is probably not recommended for iPads and tablets that need a higher charge current. Most of those devices need a USB output of at least 2 amps to charge. So that's that. Also, using rechargeable batteries is good for the environment and is good for your pocket, as it says here that a typical AA battery, a rechargeable one, will do the job of 1,000 disposable batteries in the service lifetime of the battery. So you just buy one battery and charge it over and over again for a few pence each time if you're charging from the mains, or for free if you're charging via solar. So that's one thing. So I bought this because it can run on 12 volts. It has potential there. Also, it says using rechargeable batteries is good for the planet, as rechargeable batteries have up to 32 times less impact on the environment than throwaway batteries. So good for the pocket and good for the environment. There's a charging chart here. I will just focus on this for a moment or two. As you can see, using a higher charge current results in a lower charge time, but also wears your batteries out quicker. So if you've got the time, it's best to use a lower charge current. There are times though that you might need batteries in a hurry for a specific occasion, so in those occasions you can use a higher current once in a while without any harm to your batteries. So that's the charging chart. I shall get rid of that. I'll just show you this. This just outlines the features which I mentioned earlier. I will show you this for a few seconds. So it's Uniross Ultimate Battery Charger. It has selectable charging current. It has 4 functions: charge function, discharge function, a refresh function, and a test function. It has an LCD display that shows battery capacity, voltage, time, and current, and it has a USB output to power smartphones, and it has a quick start mode. So that's the outline of the features. I shall remove that too. We have an instruction manual for the Uniross Ultimate Battery Charger, the UCQ001. It comes with a user manual. The only thing I will say about this user manual is, let me just focus a second, is that the print is very, very small. So you're needing a magnifying glass or reading glasses for this. I'll just pop that to one side. Now you know that I have lots of batteries. Focus. I have lots of AA batteries, and I have a couple of AAA ones that I use in my LED flashlights and other electronic devices, and I use rechargeable batteries because they're economical. You buy the batteries and you just charge and charge and charge them, which is a lot cheaper than buying throwaway batteries like alkaline ones. And in most cases, rechargeable batteries work just as well in most devices. As you can see, I have a collection here. I also have batteries that are in service in my devices, so I do have more batteries than what is shown here. But you will see that I have a good mixture of brands. Some are well known, like Energizer and Duracell, and I have other makes. I have Chinese ones off of eBay, and I want to test whether those ones are any good because they have high ratings. These ones have a 4,600 mAh rating. This one here has a 3,800 mAh rating, and with those ones, with those ratings, they only appear on the Chinese type batteries that come from eBay. There are no Duracell or Energizer batteries with those kind of ratings. So I wanted to buy a charger that could test these batteries to see what real capacity they actually have. So hence I bought the Uniross charger, with the battery capacity testing function. So I shall just push these to one side, and we will come to the charger. Okay, this is the charger, the Uniross Ultimate Charger. As you can see, there are 4 slots for batteries, so you can take the AA or AAA batteries, and there are 4 buttons on the top, 1 for each channel, and there are 3 buttons at the bottom for the current, display and mode. So, when you plug the charger in and you pop some batteries in it, the default charging rate is 200 milliamps, which is probably the most recommended setting if you have plenty of time to charge up your batteries, because the lower the charge rating that you use, the longer your batteries last in the long run. So that is the default. You can change the setting by selecting the channel with the appropriate button and then pressing the current button till you get to the current that you want. So the default is 200 milliamps. Press the button, it comes to 500. Press it again, it comes to 700, and press it again, it comes to 1000. It has the display. Now the display, so on the screen you can have the voltages of the individual batteries, so you can see how they are charging. Then you can have a capacity screen, but that's only when you're using the test mode. Then there's a time for the charging, how long the batteries have been charging. Then you press again and it shows you the current. So you've got 200 milliamps on this side, and because these ones are full, it's just trickle charging them. And then it just cycles through when you press the button. The mode button goes from charge to discharge to refresh and to test, and I'm making use of the test function at the moment. So how the battery capacity test function works is that it charges the battery up until it reaches its peak voltage. It has a peak voltage detection built in. When the battery reaches the peak voltage, it then switches to the discharge cycle, and it discharges your battery down to, I believe, about 0.9 volts. That's how it works out the capacity, and then it recharges the batteries back up again. And when it's done, it displays full. So I have just been testing out the charger. So what I've done is I put in 2 Duracell batteries. These are 2000 milliamp hour Duracell Stay Charged batteries. And on this side we have 2 of the eBay Flash 4600 milliamp hour batteries. So I was just doing a comparison between the two. I've been running this test for a long time because the default charging current is 200 milliamps and the discharge current is half of that. So it charges the batteries up using 200 milliamps and then does the discharge with half of the charging current. So the charging current was 200 milliamps, so in this case the discharge current was 100 milliamps. Now if you take the capacity of the battery, in this case 2000 milliamp hours, and you divide it by 100 milliamps, it will take 20 hours to discharge the battery, which is why this test has taken such a long time. I think when I do this test again, I will change the charging current to 500 milliamps, which will automatically make the discharge current 250 milliamps, and then the discharge test should only take about 10 hours. But I'm just gaining experience with this charger. So what have we got? So the Duracells have a rating of 2000 milliamp hours. As you can see here, 2000 milliamp hours. And if we come to the display, the capacity test says 2 amp hours on both of these cells. So 2 amp hours, these are bang on. So what this is showing is that these 2000 milliamp hour cells, or batteries, I'm going to use both terms here for the same thing. So 2000 milliamp hours and 2 amp hours is exactly the same. So it shows here that these batteries have a true capacity of 2 amp hours, as I would expect from a well-known brand of battery. On the other hand, these ones here came off of eBay, made in China, branded Flash, and marked up 4600 milliamp hours, which sounds very high, and you can't buy Duracell batteries with this rating. And the capacity test on these shows a capacity of only 1133 milliamp hours on this one, and 1171 milliamp hours on this one. So that's only about a quarter of the rated capacity, which is not very good. So these batteries have a fake capacity, but they're made in China using cheap materials, and they're mass produced, and they're sold all over eBay, and they have big numbers on them to make them sound impressive, but these batteries do not have anywhere near the rated capacity. So this just goes to show that you're better off buying a well-known branded battery that has a lower milliamp hour rating, but a true milliamp hour rating. In other words, what's marked on the battery is what you're getting. Whereas with the cheap eBay ones, what's marked on the battery is definitely not what you're getting. But then these are cheap in price, and you get what you pay for. So having said that, these batteries do work. I put them in my LED lights, and my lights work for quite a long time. Although that's partly due to the fact that my LED lights consume very little current, and they will last a long time anyway. But if you put these batteries in any power-hungry device, they will be exhausted in a very short time. So these are no good for remote-controlled toys, digital cameras if you're going out on holiday or on a day trip. These batteries will let you down when you want them most. So this is a quick review of the Uniross Ultimate Charger that I bought off of eBay. It's a good charger because it has multiple functions and a clear LCD display, and I'm going to test various brands of batteries, and I will produce another video telling you which batteries are good to buy and which ones are a waste of money. Although I was expecting that the branded batteries would outdo the generic brand of batteries, and that's what this is proving. So I will be making further videos as I test all of these batteries, and I will post another video with the results. So this is Solartiger saying thank you for watching. If you like my video, please comment down below and click subscribe, and look out for my other videos. So this is Solartiger saying thank you for watching and goodbye. Thank you.